So we were somewhere like at a football game or something, and we got $1 back, like
Mm-hmm.
change, and it is 1 centimeter away from ripping all the way in half in one like right down the middle, and then there's another rip on the side, and then there's a rip like all the way across
Yeah.
the top, like it's a ruined bill. Like I don't even know if places would take it. Do they take like money like that?
A ruined bill, like it's
Yeah,
ripped all
I
the way
mean
down.
it's like ripped so
When I
much.
worked at a gas station, if I got a bill that ripped, I would probably decline it. One time, someone did. Here's what they did. I don't want to rip that. I'll rip this notebook open. Uh, they took $1 bill. I think it was a 5 actually. They gave me a
Uh-huh.
5, and they said keep the change. Right? They handed it to me. Here, I'll do it. I'll show exactly what they did. It was ripped. I'll spoil that part for you because I'm
Uh-huh.
sure you already thought that. It was like 470 whatever. Keep the change.
Yeah.
It was folded up like that. They unfolded it. It was just like that. Completely like ripped all the way down. I'll fix it.
Yeah, this is literally what it looked like, and then there's one here. So
No.
it's like that, and then there's a rip here
What in the
and here.
You found that?
They gave it to us at like a football, like it was like a high school football game. They
Who
gave us change.
did they have it folded up like that?
Well, it's one of those things. It was like in a stack of other ones. So then you're
Oh.
going through your ones, and you're like, this bill is trash. Like it's worthless. I think.
I will say if I ever did get a bill that was like ripped up or sometimes people will like construction workers or whatever, people that work on the highway, like they come in, they keep their sometimes they don't sometimes people just keep
Yeah.
cash in their pockets
Yeah.
and so it's all sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
I usually will put those at the bottom of the stack,
Mm-hmm.
but all I think of when I get handed a sweaty bill or stack of bills is like just like it sitting with the other bills. I'm like, ooh, if it like sits in there all moist,
Yeah.
because it's like it's gonna get all moldy.
Ew.
It's just money. Cause that's how you get bed bugs.
Yeah.
Like in Broad City, remember? Because she puts the bills in her
Mhm.
mattress,
Mhm.
and then she's like, it's like a really hot summer, and she's sweating,
Uh huh.
and then the bills get wet because she's sleeping on them, and then
Right.
she gets bed bugs and mold, and all the money's ruined. They have to burn
Yeah.
all of it.
So that's just the first part of this story. Do you want to start the show and I'll finish it? Because I feel like I could
Oh.
go a while.
Oh yeah, we can start the show now. Hi everybody. Hi, welcome to the Mellow Brick Road. Van, hi, here with you, and with me as always is Trace. What's going on?
Hello.
He's telling us a crazy story. We're gonna get back into it.
It's kind of crazy. It's not that crazy. But anyway,
Good
so
way to start the story off.
yeah.
Good way to start
Anyway,
your story.
so the
So
money's
you got handed a ripped up dollar
the
bill
money's ripped.
at a sporting event.
Just got changed from like a you pay your way in and they gave us $1 back or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was in my wallet and I was I'm rolling pretty deep. I got
Right.
a lot of money. So I would
Okay. Humble, not so humble.
I would
brag.
pull out these stacks of ones, and it would freak me out because I kept rip the dollar. Then it actually is worthless. You know what I mean? Like I'm keeping it in my wallet.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Then I kept pulling it in and out. I'm like, I'm gonna rip this thing. So then, the other day I was at work, and I kind of work from my vehicle, so I'll find like a park bench.
You're homeless.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like Peter Dinklage in that when he moved to L.A.
Yeah, and so I am sitting on a park bench, sleeping on a park bench.
Yeah.
And I'm working, sleeping, and there's like just like a bathroom, like just a little men's and women's restroom out in this park or whatever.
Right.
So I go in there, and I was like, man, for some reason the dollar was on my brain. It's like I gotta get rid of this dollar.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to throw it away. It felt weird to throw it away.
It feels weird to throw away money.
Yeah.
Well, because I feel like weren't we told at a young age that you can't do that?
Yeah, probably.
Is that just like some weird capitalism, like putting their fingers in your education?
Probably.
They're like, don't rip up
Yeah.
your money. But it is illegal. Why is it illegal to
It's
rip
illegal
up money?
to deface money. I don't know. It's
Same thing with,
federal.
like-
It's
same
the
thing with the
federal
flag.
government property.
Same thing with the flag. Is it just because it's an American flag? Because you can do that with the other flags, I
You
think,
can
right?
You can do whatever you want with a flag,
No, but you can't touch the ground.
but that's just like,
Kind of weird. That's weird.
yeah, I don't know. Then I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I have this dollar, but there is
Not
a
for today's
place
conversation.
where you can like submit money, and if it's like if you have like 50%, 51% of the money that you're submitting,
Yeah.
they'll reimburse you. So it's for like
Oh.
house fires and stuff. Like if you have a stack of money that's in a house fire, and you can prove that you have at least 51%
Of that amount
of
that you
that
lost.
dollar of every bill, they'll reimburse every single bill.
Oh, you mean like the physical bill itself?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
So if you have a stack of bills and like
Mhm.
half of it, some like ninja sneaks into your house at night and he goes chop chop, and he
Chops
chops your
it.
bills in half and he steals half of it.
He thought it was
because he thought
50%.
he's not probably he doesn't understand how American currency works. So he thought if he
Right.
actually chopped it in half,
Right.
he was only taking half of it. But that's
Yeah.
not how money works.
Right. He really defaced all of it. is what
Yeah, he
did.
ruined all of it.
But
Can you imagine when he gets back to
it's-
the what is it the triad or whatever? What is it called? The Yakuza in Japan.
Oh,
And
God.
he's like, I got half their money.
We're like, half? You got half?
Wow.
Like,
He's
gets out this book
yeah, all
bag.
these they had a stack of hundreds. It was $5 million in hundreds. I took half of it so they maybe won't notice it till later. He's like, oh, show us, and he like dumps out all like the split bills.
Jesus
And they're like, you messed up.
We're going to have to kill you now.
Yeah,
That's what they would say. We're going to have to kill
How
you.
would they say it?
Oh. Yeah.
You make a mistake. Big mistake.
So
Because they chop off fingers if you're like 5 minutes late or whatever. So he probably lost a.
what?
Don't they do that? They chop off fingers in the
Probably.
Yakuza. That's how you know when someone's in the Yakuza because they're like missing fingers
Oof.
or toes or something.
Yikes.
I think that's what they do. It's like they do it to themselves. It's like a loyalty thing. Like they make you do it.
Oh, they're
could be
that.
You know what? I'm spouting a lot of stuff right now that I probably learned in
just-
Rush Hour 3. I just want to say, if the Yakuza is
a good
listening
movie.
for some reason,
It's a good movie.
hi, welcome to it. Love to have you here. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't want to be spreading rumors. It feels like I'm treating them like ISIS. I feel like they're like ISIS to me. They're not like terrorists, but they
Right.
are scary.
They're scared. They're
Sit
over there.
them, ISIS, Yakuza, and like biker gangs.
Yeah.
I put them all on the same level of like, just don't fuck with them.
Just stay over there.
Just don't fuck. You
Yeah,
see, if
I'll
you
stay
see
over
'em,
here.
Don't point them out.
Right.
Just notice that they're there, and
Yeah.
when we're safely somewhere else, be like,
Then we can.
"Did
talk
you
about
see
it.
those bikers?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like that's like I remember. Oh, when I was a dub in California, seeing bikers on the highway. and
Big
she's like-
thing?
she's like, a few times we saw.
Yeah.
We saw.
Well, I mean, we don't.
we saw some.
We'll see groups of 4, and that's it. But they won't have like
I can't think of
matching
their name.
jackets.
I can't think of their name.
Hell's Angels.
Hell's Angels. Yeah, we saw some Hell's Angels in Arizona, the chapter of Arizona.
There's a lot of fake Hell's Angels though. That's
yeah.
a big thing.
We saw some. I can't remember the number on the patches, but I remember at the time I remember seeing it because I read Hunter S. Thompson's book
Mhm.
about hanging out with the Hell's Angels, but this was a different gang,
Mhm.
and I can't remember what the number is, and I don't want to. I'm already spouting about
Yeah,
the
don't get
Yakuza. I
that
don't want to spout
wrong.
about that because they're closer. And Dub was like trying to like gawk at them and like take pictures, and I was like, don't
Yeah.
fucking look at them. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I was driving, and I was like, she's like, what? And I was like, don't even like.
We don't need it.
We probably won't do any like we probably won't. Just looking at them probably won't cause a problem, but
Right.
like. I don't even want to have the chance because, like, I know at least back in the 70s, I don't even know. See, this all my information is like way outdated. It's like if cars like cut off bikers, like they would fucking take you off the highway.
Yeah.
Like they would fucking start taking bats while you're driving
Yeah.
to your car because they're a
Club
motorcycle.
in your car.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking scary. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's all the same level for me.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here. What was I saying?
We were talking about.
I didn't want to throw the money away.
We were talking about money.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw. Is it dollar bill?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think there's like this innate like
Ripped dollar
I
bill.
can't throw away this precious
Right.
money. Like what? I don't know. It was worthless.
was a
to
dollar
me 'cause It
bill.
was so ripped.
It was a dollar bill too.
Um,
You could have easily just tossed it in the trash.
I know.
Just
And
finish the job. And
So
rip
then
it
I did
up.
something else. They had this is a nasty like park bathroom, to be honest.
Ew, gross. Get ready for it.
No, it's not like that. But like
Ew.
there's like signs on the thing that says do not flush used toilet paper, so it's just like on the ground.
Ew.
Yeah, it's nasty. And so then I'm like, I don't think I should be using this. Anyway, there's a roll of toilet paper on the sink. And so I took the dollar out and I put it down in the cardboard tube of that.
Oh,
I put it there. And I was like,
sure.
oh, this will be fun. Somebody will find it.
Yeah, and be fucking disappointed.
And then I realized like a day later, because I sent you, I was like, I got to tell this story to Van. He'll think this is funny. I left it in
yeah.
the bathroom. And then a day later, I was like, wait, somebody's going to find it
I'd be fucking pissed.
and be like, oh, I found $1. And then open it and be like, this is worthless to me. And they're going to put it back. And so then it's just there.
yeah.
So I go back
You went back.
Go back to the bathroom, man.
You went back and you took it
No.
out?
No. So I'm on the park bench, and in this town. They're doing like a flea market thing. So there's freaking old people crawling everywhere.
On all fours, probably.
So I'm like sitting at this park bench doing work, sleeping.
Old people
Yeah, they're just crawling around
crawling
with
on all
fucking like
fours.
antiques and shit on their back. They're like, there's
Like big old
oh, yeah,
turtles.
it's ridiculous. So I go
Old
back.
people love acting like giant hermit crabs.
I'm sitting on this park bench, and like next to me, there's like this community center park pavilion thing, and people they're just selling shit.
What's going on there?
They're just selling shit, and old people are crawling around eating
Must have
shit.
smelled terrible.
And so,
Why? What, like different kinds of shit, like different varieties of it,
Yeah.
like different animals,
different types,
different
and,
like diseases. Like this is
consistencies.
This is from a flu. This one's from a fever.
No.
This guy had way too much Taco Bell chalupas.
God. So anyway, I'm sitting at this park bench, and I honestly had kind of forgot about the dollar.
Yeah,
Because the bathroom's
Yeah.
like over there, and then the pavilion's beyond that.
right.
And there's all these. I'm telling you, it's crawling with people.
So like, how do they extract the poop?
I'm
Is it, like,
passing. I'm
do
going
they give
on.
it? Do they give it to them? Is it sent to them?
I'm going
I'm
on.
sticking with it. I'm staying here. I like where we're at.
Can you buy that?
How much would it cost to buy a bag of shit?
Isn't there a company online where you can like send it as a prank?
Like real poop?
I think it's
You
animal.
can send anything through the mail.
Why is that?
Well, not anymore.
How did
The
they check it though?
The Unabomber fixed that.
Oh,
X-rays and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's X-ray.
It is kind of crazy to
I
think that.
assume.
I mean, there's probably more examples, but
Well, we've worked in a warehouse. Well, I guess that was a warehouse where like we worked in like an Amazon warehouse. For
an Amazon
hunting.
type, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's different than the
But if
federal
you
mail
think about it, if
system.
I had something in my pocket
yeah.
that I, for some reason, wanted to put in that box, could I have done that, taped it up? I don't know if we would have had a system in place from where I get rid of it to where it goes to the truck where it would have stopped it. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary to think about.
One time I had a package that didn't get delivered, and I went to the actual place to pick it up, and it was clearly the box had been opened multiple times,
Yeah.
and that was upsetting and weird. That felt weird.
That's super strange.
because you
for
could tell
sure.
like it had been opened, like it was taped and then opened. It wasn't unless like the person sending it. Sorry, I keep fucking with this little thing right here.
You're doing great.
I don't know. It was just weird. So I don't know if they open it. I think they might open it if it's like suspicious,
Yeah.
but
Or just like not packaged correctly. I feel like it looked weird, but I feel like you could like. This sounds crazy,
should
but
try
like,
it
I feel
out.
like you could sneak some. I don't want to try. Feels like
hey,
that would be like a felony.
try and send us your craziest thing.
I think that would be a federal crime. We do an unboxing and we just don't know what it's gonna
And
be.
it just blows up.
Holy shit,
That's
scary.
scary.
That is really scary.
That's really scary.
You know what I didn't like about that?
I'm sure. See, I'm sure they'd check it because I'm sure celebrities do get. Sometimes people will send those packages, and now they don't. I mean, it doesn't happen anymore.
What I didn't like about that shipping stuff was our name was on the shipping label. Like whoever shipped its name was printed on the shipping label.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the idea of like the person knowing that I shipped it. You know,
Yeah.
that felt weird to me.
I guess.
Why did they need to know my name?
Everyone is so afraid of
I'm terrified of that stuff.
people knowing our information.
Yeah,
now.
and most of the people
It's
took a
kinda
knife and
scary.
went vit and opened their shit and then threw the box
Almost
away.
makes
Never
me
even looked.
almost make my conspiracy brain like gears are turning all of a sudden.
Wakes
Now
up.
I'm thinking that
The man.
are the ones behind all of those scam callers and scam caller ID
Oh
things
Jesus!
because they wanted people to be afraid of giving out your info, like all the online scams. Like that was all perpetrated by
The man.
as a way to like keep people afraid of like telling people who they are. So then
The man.
tells you who you are.
Oh, the
The man.
Yeah.
mold you,
Yeah, let's edit
The
out
man.
for the man.
the man.
Yeah, so when I just
But
said
have
the
it
man.
have it be Jack Black saying the man from School of Rock.
Ooh, okay, that's
with
a good idea.
With a picture of Joan Cusack.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make a note right now.
That's quite the edit right there. It's like a multi-layered edit. So we're going down some crazy paths, which is great. That's what the show's all about. But I feel like this story's gonna be anticlimactic. But we've found some other great things in it. So
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sitting there. They're eating
I gotta
shit.
find that shit stall.
There's
man.
people crawling around, and no less than 5 times somebody would come out of the bathroom they would crawl back to the little antique
Yeah.
antique market thing, and I would just be like, they'd be like, "You see the dollar bill in there?" And the person's like, "You saw the dollar bill?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I picked the damn something up, and the damn thing was ripped."
You caused a whole scene.
And then it would happen again, and they go, "You saw it too?" As if it was like appearing and disappearing. I don't know why it was like this
Like
amazing
some sort of
thing.
like ghosts.
Yeah,
Dollar bill that's appearing.
dude, I went and
Touching
did
people once they
something,
poop.
came back hours later, and people were still talking about it at this market, and I'm like,
They might have
is
like
this an exciting thing in
I was about to say,
town that
it
a
must
ripped
be.
dollar
Wow.
is in the? And then I was like,
This is a town you live in?
no.
I was
This is a what you would call an unincorporated community. It's not even a town.
Whoa.
That's what like Google Maps
I
recognizes.
call them
as.
villages.
Yeah, I think
like the
village
term
is cool.
Village is a fun term, especially in
Sometimes it'll
Missouri.
be township, which sounds even
Yeah.
more official. But it's called on Google Maps. It's called an unincorporated community, I believe.
Missouri's got a lot of those.
But that's big
But
news.
a lot of states do.
Did you see the ripped dollar
Well,
in the bathroom?
It sounded like it was a pretty fucking
But
ripped up dollar.
Then one guy was like, somebody put a fake dollar in there. And I'm like, it was definitely real.
I've gotten fake
So
money
then
before.
I'm sitting over there on my sleeping, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, fucking dollar wasn't fake, man. I wouldn't put fake money. I'm like mad that they
Because
didn't
they-
understand that. But then I kept being like, why did I put the dollar in there?
Why did you put
Well,
the dollar?
I don't know.
If I was,
I
if that
don't
was me,
know.
I would have just been like, I would have been the same, like, man, I can't throw this away. This is money, right? And then
Yeah.
I would have gone rip
Yeah.
fully and then thrown it away.
But I couldn't flush it because they had the
No,
handwritten
you just
sign that
throw
said
it
"Do
in the
not flush."
trash.
I know. I'm just saying.
Because if
I
someone
couldn't
sees it, they go, oh, and if they want to reach in the trash and grab a single dollar bill,
Oh,
that's on them. And if they pick it up and go, oh, it's ripped, they're gonna put it. Trace, everyone was talking about it. No one took the dollar bill
you're right.
because it was so ripped up.
Yeah.
No one wants to rip the dollar bill because most places won't take that.
You know what I should have done? I should have said, "Listen to the Mellow Brick Road," because everybody picked it up.
You should have written that on there. Yeah.
Everybody picked it up. Everybody opened it, looked at it.
We should start-
dude. I could have put anything.
We should start putting our stickers and like merch on ripped up on dollar bills and then ripping them up and leaving them places.
Defacing money.
Yeah, we should start leaving our
We should start
stuff on
defacing money.
defaced money.
Well,
Well, people deface money. They put like,
No.
where is this dollar been? Call or go to this email or
Yeah.
website to see where this dollar's been. Let's just do that.
I've seen fake ads where it looks like a billfold, and you open it up, it's like a full pamphlet. It looks like a billfold with money sticking
That
out,
pisses
but it
people
looks
off.
real.
People get mad.
And then they open it up, and it's like, something about Jesus Christ.
That's
and
what
you're
you
like,
did.
Whoa.
That's what you did to people.
Yeah.
They thought they had a dollar bill, and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck is this?
All of a sudden, I was like, why did I put it there? But then it was funny. I was like, it's so funny that so
It kinda
many
worked out.
people
It worked out in a fun way. Yeah.
are talking about it. And I wanted to be like, hey, I put that dollar in there. And they'd been like, no, you
Yeah, it
didn't,
would have been
dude."
weird if you would have gone up to people and been like, yeah, I did that.
Or if I should have got in on it. I should have went further.
Yeah,
should've been
you'd be like, yeah, who do you think left that there? And they're like, man, I swore I could have late last night. I was out here hunting with some boys, and I swear I saw a creature with red eyes dropping that dollar bill off, and you're like,
Oh,
what?
yeah, made it
Like,
a
they,
Bigfoot
they make
story or
like they
something.
make some sort of like weird myth around it.
I should have crafted I should have gone in
Yeah.
there and crafted this like a murder mystery situation or something.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
They're probably still talking about it in this
They might be.
unincorporated community. I'm telling you, there's not much.
I want to move on.
If you find that dollar, bring it back to me, please.
yeah, if you see I wish we had the paper still. We'll look back to see how it was ripped up because it was pretty bad. Like,
Yeah,
no one would use it.
It was bad. That's funny. I almost took a picture of it before I did
Well-
it. I don't know why.
Well, go back to that.
I'll
what was
go
it?
back.
What was that place called? A township,
Yeah,
independent, unincorporated
unincorporated
township,
community.
unincorporated community.
It's just a collection of homes, is what you would call it. They have gravel roads. I mean,
Isn't
it's
that what any town is?
true
Isn't every neighborhood its own
collection of
homes?
But yeah, they don't have a post office or
You
a
got Sherlock Holmes
police station or
and H.H. Holmes
oh god.
just chasing each other around like Tom and Jerry.
You know what though? Before you pivot, I will say one of these communities that I'm talking about
Mm.
because it's actually two separate ones, but they're both unincorporated. but they're about a mile apart.
Yeah.
One of them, somebody claims somebody living there has something to do with the Lost Boys of Hannibal.
Ooh.
And so I've tried to, because I'm really into that. I've tried to
Yes, you are.
do some investigating, just, face to face with people. Like, yeah, you could have been alive during that time.
Do research. We'll cover it on the show.
I've tried. I have a little collection in my notebook that I keep.
We can actually do like a scripted episode,
Yeah.
like a theme.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I saw a commercial today. It's Sunday football.
Mm-hmm.
It's on all over the airwaves. Football's back.
Foosball.
We're back into like the hot dips.
Chiefs are 0-1, baby.
0-1, baby, going out strong. We got to turn the heat on. It takes a while for the pan to get hot.
Yep.
Then you start sizzling. And then,
yep.
Now you're cooking.
Now we're cooking
Now
with
you're cooking.
hot oil.
Now you're cooking them Chiefs up. Ooh, that's
Yep.
that's probably offensive.
Move on.
Let's move on. I saw a commercial today for it was something I'd never considered before, especially considering I love VR and like we're both into like Ready Player One and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I never considered VR gambling before. It's called Infinite
Oh
Vegas.
yeah. It was that. I was getting ready to say I don't even know what it was called.
It's called. I saw your fingers twitching. It's called Infinite Vegas. If you want to look it up, it's weird. I don't know why I never thought of it because it makes perfect sense. Because you can go to a casino anytime you want, which is fun. And it's. I don't like those. I do like going and playing poker. I like playing cards, but I don't like any other part of gambling.
I like
Gambling,
penny slots.
I hate penny slots because I see too many. You see
I don't
too many
like
people.
them. I've only done
too
it
many
like
people just doing
twice.
this. Just
Ding, ding. But now it's this. There's no fucking big fun red handle.
And I don't care if you're smoking, but like just like the amount of ash everywhere is disgusting. There were kids running around. Last time I was in a casino, there were kids running around. Kids
Oh shit.
running around. And it's just I just feel sad whenever I go into a penny slots area. I just feel sad.
I landed on a car dealership
Cards is more-
in Vegas. They
Cards
sell
is-
infinities.
That's what it is right there.
Yeah. Vegas.
Oh, Vegas Infinite, not Infinite Vegas. Oh.
Well, I did infinite, and it was like infinities in Vegas. You're trying to buy a $100,000 car.
No, we don't need. Well, maybe if we were in Vegas, rent one. But no, it's like
Can I
like-
say though, it's kind of goofy looking.
well, it looks like VR chat.
Yeah.
I thought the commercial was literally an ad for VR chat on ESPN, and I was freaking out. And then it was this. But I mean, what it makes me think of is everybody inside their homes with like a VR
Oh
thing on,
god.
just like
I didn't even think about the implications of this.
you're sitting in. Here's the reality of VR. And I love VR. Right? I love putting on the headset. I had the fucking surround sound speakers. Like I'm in my own fucking universe when I'm in VR. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
I'm selling mine, but I do love it.
Here's the reality of VR.
Yep.
You are in a room by yourself, no noise.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing nothing. I mean, you're essentially just doing like interpretive dance to no music.
Yeah, and it's even less than that. You're not even. But I didn't even think
But
about.
I don't know. In the VR though, you're in an entire
Oh, they're gonna build your
universe,
universe, for
right?
you.
So it's
in
like
360.
it's cool in that way, but like I just feel like this is weird.
It seems strange because, like, I think going to another state and losing all your money is sad.
And-
And sitting on your own couch.
Because who loves penny slots the most? Grandmas. Grandmas love penny slots the
Sorry.
most. Okay, that's what casinos are full of grandmas.
Older women, yeah.
playing
Yeah,
penny
well,
slots.
I mean,
there's
all
more.
kinds of people.
There's all kinds of people, but like there's a lot of
Or,
grandmas.
yeah, we're being pretty general.
But so I'm just picturing like, oh, Christmas time, go to grandma's house. That was me knocking on grandpa's door. You know, grandpa comes and answers, even though I usually ring the doorbell.
The hell do you want?
It was Christmas time, grandpa. We're here to hang out.
Yeah.
And he opens the door, and oh, where's grandma? Oh, she's playing her slots, and you just like see grandma in the living room, like on the couch, and she's just like,
It's terrible. Oh my god, what a
"Are you winning, grandma?"
Are you winning, son?
And she does what? And you're like, "Are you winning, huh?" Because she's
Yeah.
a grandma, she can't hear. But then
Yeah.
she takes off her Bluetooth headphones
Yeah.
because it's 2023,
And she just
and then she can.
took out a second mortgage on the
and
house.
she goes, "Oh, what?
Yeah.
What?"
None of the grandkids got presents. because
grandma gambled.
grandma
'Cause
gambled
it's
it all the
easier
way.
for her to gamble
That's
now.
what
It's
I was gonna say.
easier to gamble.
Now it's like the thing is, especially if you play video games already and VR games already, it's so easy to get in that mindset of like, oh, I'll just reset, I'll respawn, I'll get more
Yeah.
money. But then when you're playing with real money, but you're getting tricked by this like
And
this
it's
weird
digital.
token economy
It's
going
digital,
on.
so the ATM is right there.
Yeah,
You plug in.
it's immediate.
You plug in. Yeah, you plug your bank account
Your
into it probably.
your banking accounts are directly
But
attached to
it would be cool though. It would be cool if it really is like because you have like if you have the full VR like the treadmill thing too.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
so you can like move around. So then like you actually do have to if you want more money, you do actually like have to get up
yeah.
and like walk over to the ATM across the casino and like, oh, excuse me, and
That's some
that would be kind of
dystopian
fun.
shit.
But like,
It'd be fun to go into a casino, and play with fake money.
I bet you can.
That would be a fun VR
you can,
game.
I bet there's a function where you can like order drinks and stuff
Yeah,
to like sit by your player.
yeah. Well, think about
But then think about that. Now you're like, well, you know, I got a cocktail like a virtual cocktail, and then you're like, well, yeah, I'm gambling. I like to drink
I'll
like a
just
beer.
go get a real one.
And then but then you're sitting in a room and it's quiet and you're alone, and now you're drinking.
oh gosh.
right?
Well, like
But you're like in your eyes and your ears are all telling you you're in a casino.
yeah, keep going.
You're drinking, have fun.
But
like,
look at
you're
this.
not in a casino. You're in your living room, dude.
It like gives you panoramics of the city.
VR
So
is beautiful.
It feels like you're in Vegas
oh.
in every sense.
VR, as goofy as it looks,
Oh,
when you put the headset on, though, you really are in it.
they haven't perfected the people.
Especially with the hands. When you can actually like move and see your hands in real time, it adds a level to it.
Think about
Really
this
does.
though, like microtransactions, so you can look a certain way. Like all these people have like
That's what I'm saying.
mask and
Yeah.
little watches, and it's like
It's weird.
now you're spending real money on a virtual watch to wear in the virtual casino.
I'll fight against you on this one though. What about in real life though? When you go to the casino and those people that go to Vegas in real life and they all of a sudden they put on the glasses and they slick their
Oh,
hair
yeah,
and they put on the
yeah.
suit, the
They have
fancy watches,
10
and the
rings on. You're like,
You're spending money on stuff. You're putting on that's like it's an easier mask to put on the digital one.
yeah,
It's a lot easier to slip
yeah.
into.
It's another world to be whoever you want. You're this high roller in Vegas
Yep.
without ever going
They
to
trick you. They
Vegas.
trick you with the convenience, and it costs a lot more, and you don't realize it. They trick you with it's like how convenient it is, and so you just jump into
But-
it, and you don't even realize until like the effects wear off
Mhm.
after a while that like, oh, you're completely broke now.
I don't. Oh, fuck. I don't know. And it's like
And you
dude,
didn't leave your couch. You
the-
have no more money. You didn't even leave your couch.
this is like a Black Mirror. The
It's
parallel.
scary. We should write for Black
dude,
Mirror.
The parallel of think about it. There's no clocks. There's no clocks in VR. It could be. There's no clocks in Vegas in casinos. The parallel of like you walking out the door and the sun hitting you in the face and you taking your mask off and the light hitting you. That's a fucking like direct
Whoa.
parallel of like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm in the real world. Like think about it. Casinos are virtual. They're basically
Yeah.
virtual worlds anyway. You get sucked into this environment and then you re-enter society afterwards.
That's why LED sells so well because because those strips
gosh.
they sell so good because we didn't turn that on. Hey, turn that on real fast.
How do I turn it on?
It's this little button over there.
Which one?
The bottom one.
Whee!
And I didn't even realize it wasn't on until just now.
Yeah, that looks good.
But because of the harsh lights,
Somebody
ceiling
was-
lights are too bright.
Somebody was screaming at us.
I hope it's in the comments.
Yeah. Turn on the fucking mountains.
I hope so.
You ever play poker on your phone?
I was about to say I don't like I used to like doing that, but I don't like it because it's more. I like sitting at the table with cards in my hand.
Yeah.
I like having cards. So I feel like virtual
Whoa.
poker would be fun, but it would still not feel. It wouldn't be real. I'd have to hold.
yeah.
I like having the cards in my hand.
I used to play. I'll do like, solitaire, and I'll pick up blackjack and stuff on my phone just for very short spurts of time, just because like just feel the need to do something.
yeah.
But you're right. The not having the physical cards in your hand, it's
Yeah.
so less satisfying to like
No, you don't have
see
to
them move.
picking up the actual chips, feeling
Yeah, it's weird.
feeling the weight.
Ooh,
of-
like
See,
haptic
that's
gloves.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing of like why drone warfare scares me
Hmm.
because when it's on a screen, it's less real, so you don't empathize with it as much. you can't relate to it as much when it's on a screen. So that's why drone warfare is so easy, like, to do, because like when you have to look someone in the eye, like face to face, and like stab them or shoot them.
Yeah.
It's like they say this too in the army, it makes it harder for the soldier to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And that's the soldier's job, is to do that, to kill the enemy. And with a drone, when it's on a screen like a video game, it's a lot easier because you're not looking at a real person, you're looking at a video of a
target.
person.
Yeah, you're looking at a target.
So it's easier to be like, oh, whoops, a few civilians. And you're like, civilian just one is not good.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It's the same thing of like, what was I talking about? Why did I bring that horrible drone warfare stuff up?
Just how
Oh,
easy
yeah.
it is to.
So like this, like when you feel
get
the
tricked
actual
by it.
weight of the chips in your hand, the actual weight of your money,
Mhm.
I
I think it grounds you.
it changes your opinion. It makes
Right.
you to think a little
Now-
bit. Now when it's like virtual, where you're like, oh, whatever, oh, I'm all in,
Right.
whatever, I'm done with this.
And people
You can't just do that in real
people
life.
still lose sight of, I mean, people have lost so much money. Okay, but I don't want to forget about this. How does one? You could argue. I don't know. I've never been to. I've been to Vegas. I've never gambled full time.
You drove through Vegas. You didn't stop anywhere, did you?
We went to Shake Shack. No, I mean we were in Vegas for an entire day. We woke up one morning, we went and drove the strip, and then we went and walked some places, and we went out to supper. We didn't go to a casino, but you
Yeah.
can gamble in the airport. I mean, it's not like
Oh,
it's so
I
weird.
gambled at the Reno airport.
So
Dude,
strange.
when I was at the Reno airport, I took the strongest edible I've ever taken before. And I just walked around the Reno airport, and I was just like, they had slots everywhere. I did find a Reno 911 slot machine, and I did play it. It was
Yes.
fucking
Fucking
awesome.
love Reno
Played a
911.
Garfield one as well. If you see the Garfield slot machine, hit me up, dude. It's fucking fun. I hate Mondays. Oh, also, when I was in Oklahoma City, or not Oklahoma City, but the Choctaw Casino,
Mhm.
not too long ago.
Yeah, recently.
I played the Press Your Luck machine, and it was hard because you gotta
Yeah.
land on the square that gives you more spins, and I just couldn't do it. I did get a whammy twice, and that was fun. He comes out, he punches you in the face, steals your wallet.
What? That's my bag.
Yeah,
He got your bag from the green room?
yeah, it's a casino. No, I see what you're
Yeah,
doing with
yeah,
your
yeah.
references.
So what I was gonna say is I don't know how Vegas works. I've seen videos of people being like, "Yeah, the house can stack against you. Like the house can win every time.
Yeah,
You're
that's
already at a major
every
disadvantage."
casino.
But then people are like, "Yeah, the casino can do this to make their odds even higher, so more likely you're gonna lose." I fucking don't know any of that. But how can you trust a virtual system being truly random? In like, think about
What do
52
you mean?
cards. How if I'm sitting at home playing that, how do I know the system's not already programmed against me?
What if there are actual?
A little crackle.
What if there were actual people, like, playing as the dealers?
Oh, and then you're just watching that?
Wait a second.
Live
How would you
feed
do
or
that?
something?
How would you do that? Because I was about to say, like, they have cards in their hand, and then the computer actually does it, but I don't think that
But
works.
like, look, there's your dealer. I think. Well, maybe not.
Looks like what's that? Squid Game. It's like Squid
Yeah,
Game.
they do have like
masks.
the weird mask. But I'm just saying, like, how can you?
I mean, how do the apps on your phone work?
Oh, that's what I'm
It
saying.
probably works the same
I'm saying
way.
like, they easily, not easily. It just feels like they could cheat it even more because it's not physical cards. You're not
Oh,
holding you're
yeah.
not watching the person
The
shuffle.
house always wins.
That's what I mean. So then, how can this system not be built with a 1% higher chance of the house winning than the person? Or 10%.
It probably is run that way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But there's that chance you could win because everybody loves an underdog story, and that's why gambling exists.
Do you know?
Because everybody, you go, well, it's a big mountain to climb if you win all that money, but there's a small chance you could get it and you win everything. It's the underdog story, and that's how they get you.
Do you know the NBA Jam?
Like the big heads.
Yeah, where they just dunk and on fire.
It's like
and
2v2, right, or something.
fucking one of the funnest games
One of the best games
ever.
One of the best games
And I was telling somebody about it the other day, and I was like, dude, I've been playing this game long enough.
I
I
thought you
don't
were
know.
about to do like a Hitler speech.
I was doing
or
a
something.
Hitler. I don't know where I got stuck here.
We need to get the trains.
um,
That is a funny subject.
I've totally lost my sense of where I was.
I'm sorry.
Oh, these were in video game consoles, or I mean, not video game like what are they called? The fucking cabinets, the video game cabinets.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that's how long that game has been fun.
The consoles?
Like in a arcade, the big
Oh, the
boxes.
cabinets. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
cabinets.
Yes. Arcade cabinets.
But anyway, the creator of NBA Jam, what was he? Was he a Pistons fan?
I don't know.
Okay, yes. He was a Detroit Pistons fan. The guy that programmed the game loved the Detroit Pistons, who
Hate
the
the
Chicago Bulls kind of walked over
Yeah.
during the Michael Jordan era. So he programmed the game to be like, if a Chicago Bull team took a shot in the last 3 seconds that would have won the game, it was an automatic miss.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
Because he was such a big Detroit Pistons fan.
So, like, no matter what.
So it was like, yeah.
So, wait, did he get in trouble for doing that?
It's his game.
I guess.
This made me think of like, you could program it any way you want because this guy's like, fuck the Bulls.
It
They're
kind
going
of-
to lose when I want them to lose.
It kind of eliminates any kind of, like, tournament sort of thing you could do.
Oh, yeah.
Or you just could never play as the Chicago Bulls because of that. Just in case. Because if you were actually doing, like, an actual tournament and someone was playing a Chicago Bulls and they lost because of that,
Uh-huh.
you'd be like, no, fuck you.
And you can't even play that game anymore, dude. That's how fucking good that game
Yeah,
is.
I think that's really weird.
They haven't, I think it was on like the 360 PS3. Are those the same generation?
Yes.
I think it was on that console, and then anything after that, they were like, yeah, we're not going to update this thing at all. We're done. Which maybe that's kind of what makes it so, like, I still have a huge place in
If
it.
they released that game, like, next year, it would sell so much.
But then they do the freaking free-to-play cosmetic microtransaction model.
That he stopped making the game because they were like, you got to update it so
You gotta
that the
change the code.
Bulls, like, you can't just make it so one team in the game can't make that shot. And he was just like, fuck all. I
Fuck the
apologize for that.
Bulls. Fuck the
all
Bulls.
of you. Fuck the Bulls, dude. And I
But-
respect that. And my thing is like, just sell the game. Just sell the rights to someone else then.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you made the game and no one could win. The Bulls could never win. That's fine. But like, or make that shot, not win. They just couldn't make that shot.
So then they would lose. If it was like
Oh, if it was
if they
a-
were losing or tied,
Oh,
and
gotcha.
within the last 5 or 3 seconds, whatever it was, they were programmed to always miss that shot.
Okay.
That would have, I guess, made them win.
So it's like, yeah, you did that, and then
But
that's
it's only
fine.
that comparison. I think it was only if you were using the Pistons and the Bulls, and it came down to the last 3 seconds.
That's so
da-da-da.
silly.
Like, it's such a fucking funny detail.
So then at that point,
I mean, he didn't get in trouble. He just came out and was like, "Sorry."
well, no, yeah, but I'm saying like at that point, who cares?
Yeah, I think it's such a funny
Bring
like
it back. Why do they?
basketball
why did they stop making
lore
it?
thing
So
I don't know.
That theory doesn't make any sense then.
on the new
So many good
generation
games.
stuff.
Just think of all the Flash games you can't play anymore.
Oh, I think about that so often, dude. The Cartoon Network games,
Oh man.
some of them don't work anymore.
Yeah, all the Codename
Dude.
Kid Next Door games and addicting games.
that Samurai Jack,
A lot of like Newgrounds games. Oh, the Samurai Jack
the
game.
Samurai Jack games were fucking dope. Yeah, Newgrounds. Jesus Christ, what a weird. I almost feel ashamed that I know what that is.
No, what?
Not ashamed, but like it's such a. There's so much weirdness that came from that
Oh,
that I experienced too young.
agreed.
For
That's
sure.
for sure.
And I'm not like messed up, but I'm almost like, man, I almost wish I wouldn't have saw that.
Game Grumps.
Game Grumps?
Ego Raptor.
Oh,
He started
shit.
it on Newgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the #1 artist on Newgrounds.
wow. If I like went down his
remember.
list of shit, would I be like, oh my God?
Or
was
some
it-
stuff you would notice.
But there was so.
some stuff you would recognize for sure. But he has a very specific art style too.
I remember being really
love it.
young and realizing that Newgrounds was so full. You know, like I was like, oh, there's so many
Constantly
people
new things.
There's so many people and there's so much on this site.
Yeah.
I think that's where my brain was like, oh yeah, there's more than your town's worth of people
And they had a
outside.
section called adult.
Adult X-ray glasses or vision
man.
or something.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I
We
shouldn't.
talked about a few of those things.
Newgrounds.
not too long ago.
I'm not ashamed of it, but it feels like almost like a little stain.
It's a little dirty.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, there's some shit on there I shouldn't have solved.
It's
But
like-
there's
it's
also
like
some
going
great
into-
stuff.
It's like
on
going
it.
into Spencer's at
Yeah,
a young age.
yeah. Why did we?
I feel like I shouldn't be here. I don't know why I shouldn't be here. I just feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah,
It feels
why?
weird. It feels naughty.
And we were obsessed with it. Like if we knew we were going to the mall, we were like, we gotta go to Spencer's, man.
Oh yeah, you got
And
to.
you get like get in there and you get
Look,
all
it's
shy
fun.
and weird.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
worker
dark
has
as shit.
the worker has piercings, but like more than just on her
Yeah,
ears.
not just
and
their
you're like,
ears.
what?
You can do
Her
that.
hair's got like blue streaks in it. What?
Yeah.
You can't like.
Yeah.
Your hair didn't grow that way.
Yeah,
Like,
and you're
what?
just standing there reading these stupid fucking T-shirts. And
Oh,
you're like,
it's so bad.
you're like, I gotta have that, man. I
Look
gotta
at that.
have that.
Dude, look, it's a fake boob.
Yeah, it's
Squeeze.
so fucking dumb.
And you see like one adult look at you, and you're like, oh god, I'm about to get in trouble. They're gonna tell my parents. They know exactly who my parents are, and they're gonna go find them at the Sbarro. Spencer's is always near the Sbarro.
It is. The
Those-
Newgrounds always had a lot of good come from it too. Like I to this day will go and listen to Ultimate Showdown.
Oh man, that's one of the best songs ever.
Ultimate Showdown, Pico's
Pico
Day.
Day.
And those are videos. We were playing games like crazy.
Pico Day is literally a theme song about Pico, who was, gee, let's go down the line.
horrible person.
He murdered lots of people. School shootings. He stopped school shootings actually.
All his games were like
Very violent.
at the school because he was a little kid. It was like
Yeah.
South Park on meth, right?
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
so.
it was like It was a kid. He was like a fourth grader,
Yeah,
and there was like full blown assault rifles and shit. I was just telling you the other day about a game that's on PlayStation now.
looks
That's
the
like
exact same. Has not
Yeah, it
changed.
hasn't
aged
changed
today.
hasn't
This
changed
stuff
at
over here
all.
is a little bit different, but really hasn't
Like
changed
this?
today. Oh yeah.
This is exactly the same. But the Castle Crashers is on PlayStation, and if you looked at the animation for 1 second, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Newgrounds." Like that
Oh, yeah.
came like
It's definitely that.
you could just tell.
There's something about that too. It's the specific Newgrounds games.
It
I never
was-
played Castle Crashers. I don't know what that game.
I know
is.
that's why I was telling you about it. But like, look at
It-
these little guys.
It reminds me of Alien Hominid.
Yeah, is that a
It reminds
Newgrounds
me.
thing?
I want to say yes. It reminds me of like Skull Kid. Remember Skull Kid?
yeah? But like,
Fucking
look
love Skull
at
Kid.
these characters.
What else was? There was what was that? Chainsaw. Remember that kid who had there was like that really big, muscly purple dude with the skull mask, and he had like a little kid
oh,
who beat up
what-
other kids.
What was that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Skull
put-
Kid was about that was an office shooting game.
But
Is
no,
that why I have such a weird paranoia with like shootings?
yeah, and he took a chainsaw
Because of all the new. Maybe we shouldn't have been on Newgrounds at such a young age.
Dude, I can honestly say, not that I want to take it all back. It's just like I know
I don't want to take it
shouldn't-
all back. I love
I
that
shouldn't have
stuff.
watched it. I know I was too
Nah.
young to be on that site. Is what I'm saying. I'm happy that we had it, but
I
there was
know-
too much
I know
going
who
on.
showed it to us, but I'm not going to throw them under the bus. At least not when they're not here.
I don't know what to put.
What are you looking up?
Big purple skull face fighting
Right
game.
there, boom.
There it is. I knew it.
Dad and Me. Dad and Me. That's what it was.
Dad and Me. I don't remember that being the name of it,
Yep.
but that's sure enough.
That's what it is, man.
Oh,
Because the little kid has a knife. He has a
weird.
dagger, and the dad has the chainsaw.
Oh, okay. So that's dude. Like the movement and the way the screen slides. I was telling Dub about it. It's like a scroll. Like
Side scroller.
as you fight people, yeah.
Side scroller.
It scrolls
yeah,
to
yeah.
the side.
Side scroller. There you go. That's a
Wow.
little video
No.
game terminology for you.
But anyway, I was telling Dub about it, and if you play Castle Crashers, you'll be like, "This is Newgrounds."
yeah.
Like this feels like Newgrounds. It just feels like
just
it.
very basic Flash.
Dad and Me.
animation.
Wow. Yeah, the Flash game thing sucks, dude. What
I
is
remember,
that? I don't understand what that
remember
means.
when that it was just the program that was used to make those
To-
games, they stopped
They're just
updating it.
gone now.
It's like NBA 2K, they just stopped updating it.
Wow, and then they just move on to.
Move on to something else, and the new programs that got popular
Mhm.
just didn't function with that. It's like when stuff
Oh.
doesn't work with like, it's like, oh, it doesn't work with Google Chrome, try Firefox.
Oh,
Doesn't work with
God.
Firefox, try Microsoft Edge or
That
whatever.
sucks.
You know, it's one of those things that just fell out of.
God, that's all we
use, I guess.
played, man.
Yeah, our entire generation grew
And-
up on Flash
and,
games. Yeah,
Lenny
it's-
Loose Jocks.
and you see, you can't play those games anymore.
E-Zone? Is that what that's like?
E-Zone,
Yeah,
ezone.com.
it
You
probably
can't-
doesn't even exist.
It does, but you can't play those games anymore.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
It's very upsetting. Maybe that's why our generation is so like we fight back against the man because the man takes away all of our fucking cool stuff.
Yeah, I fucking love Jack Black.
That was our like getting shipped off to Vietnam. The Flash games being taken away. That's our Vietnam.
Oh,
It's on Steam. Lenny Loose Jocks is coming through. You might actually be able to play some games now. I think they a few years ago they started updating it.
whoa.
Or they like revamped Lenny Loose Jocks.
Lenny Loose Jocks Walkabout. The thing I remember about these games is I know I never beat them. Yeah, didgeridoos. I know I never beat them, and I was thinking about we were talking about Cartoon Network games the other day, and the Codename Kid Next Door.
We were talking about
game-
that not the other day. We were talking about earlier today
Oh yeah, and
on the recording. Like we haven't been sitting here for days.
I know, but I think we mentioned that game
Oh,
like when we were with so and so,
off the air.
and I know I never beat that game. That Codename Kids Next Door game where you have like the 5 bosses, like you have to go through with each of the first 5. I don't think I
Yes.
ever beat it because I was so young. I
That's
just
upsetting.
sucked at it. Yeah. Oh man.
You should have been hitting the buttons. You shouldn't have been sucking at the screen. What
Why
do you
you
like a fucking like a cat?
sucking
What is
the
it like a
screen?
bottom feeder? What's that
Oh,
one like a
the fish that cleans the side of the fish bowl.
yeah? You see this like little mouth. That's you. But you're doing that, and you're like, I don't know why I can't get it to work.
Dude,
I'm like learning a lot about myself now, thinking about Newgrounds and all that stuff.
that sits in the
Kind of
back of my
explains kind of explains a lot.
It sits in my mind a lot where I'm like, ah,
Here I was blaming our parents
no,
for
we
on
don't
everything,
do that.
and
we were just fucking
it was the video games. It truly was the video games that fucked us up.
No, I'm totally against that. Could not disagree with the video games being the problem more.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Such a joke. Are we at the end of the path?
I think we are.
Holy shit.
I think we made it to the end. Yeah, we went down memory lane this time.
I
We
kind of
took
like
another
that.
path down memory lane because, wow, I'm just like I feel like I should just go play video games now. Now I feel like
I
playing a bunch
want
of
to.
Flash games.
Yeah, I want to go back and see what I can find.
Wish I had a time machine so I could go back in time and like play Lenny Loose Jocks Walkabout,
Oh god, dude.
the OG one where you got to run over frogs.
Oh yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The internet is a vast, like, land of unconscious thought. It's like unconscious made reality,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's both cool and weird and scary and fun.
Yeah, it's like it's the greatest thing ever and the worst thing ever all at the same time.
Some say it's the technology. The internet is technology is like a being, right?
Mhm.
It's like a living thing, and the internet is like from another dimension, and it's like a being that has like slowly been seeping its way into our dimension. And like when we created the internet, that was like a portal to this like digital dimension
Ooh.
where the internet has now contacted us, and it's slowly infecting our brains and taking control. Which, if you think about it, Vegas Infinite.
Vegas
VR,
Infinite.
VR Vegas. Everything's VR. They want everyone to join up on the internet, right?
Yeah, and all this meta, yeah. I don't know. I am trying to sell my VR if anybody's interested.
You let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Facebook.com/Mellow Brick Road. Let us know if you
Um,
want some VR.
I was selling it before we had this kind of frightening
It's
conversation.
starting
but,
to scare us.
No, I truly love it, but I also don't feel the I don't feel the pull of like I got to do this more. Like, I get my fill and then I get out. And I
Yeah.
guess that's kind of the thing. If it keeps progressing, then people won't want to get out.
I just got
But,
out
like,
of
right now, I'm just
yeah.
like, eh,
I just
that
got
was
rid of my
fun.
computer, and I just didn't have the money for it. And when I had it, I got it early, and I knew like in 10 years this is gonna be the fucking coolest shit ever.
Dude,
But right now, it's still in the beginning phases. There's a lot of experiences, which is fun,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, a lot of
smaller
simulators
games,
and
yeah, which is fun. But it wasn't like nothing that was coming out was like, whoa. I mean, everything
Yeah.
looks kind of goofy.
yeah.
Like it looks like VR chat, which is like I
Yeah.
get it, but it's like it's not as. I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Right.
looking for with VR, but it's not as of right now. I just can't afford. Like I feel like I want the entire
Oh yeah, the
system,
full
the
blown
haptic suit, the fucking math. I want the whole like set me up with
Right.
wires, but like that's not there yet.
the omnidirectional treadmill
I want that.
would
I've
just change it
always wanted-
completely
I saw that like
because there's so many
years and years ago.
games.
I wanted it.
Most of the games now you have to like click a button and it like puts a little like dotted line
Yeah,
to where you're
moving
gonna go
is-
stand. and then
Actually,
it
moving around is difficult.
and you're like, that kind of kills me on
You
that.
get the
but-
HTC Vive or the ones that don't have the wires. You can walk around a little bit, but you can
Mhm.
only do it in your confined
Yeah, there's
space.
still a border.
And there's still like stuff in the space. That's the thing. Like you think you're in a virtual world, but you are in your home still,
yeah.
where your things are.
Yeah.
How many times did I whack the side of my computer
Oh my
or
god.
a wall or a
Constantly,
ceiling?
dude.
Like constantly running into things.
But think about how, it was very simple at first. When you bought that, I was like, oh my god, we're ahead of the curve.
I thought so too.
When you got the
I mean,
Vive,
we were and we always are.
I was like, oh, we're better than people. No, I'm just
We
kidding.
are.
No,
No,
but
we're not.
you had Super Hot, and Super Hot's a pretty popular.
Man. You want to feel like you're better than people.
Time only moves when
Get
you
good
move.
at super hot.
But think about it. They were limited on what it could look like, so they did these weird like
Polygon
geometric because that was like the
shapes.
simplest way to create a character.
Yep.
And then the background's like all smooth, and it's just like this simple kind of like large space.
Quality over quantity.
They just completely simplified it because they couldn't go that much further anyway. And it's literally one of the best games they ever made. That and that game I always forget the name of, where you're like 2-player, one person's on the computer, one person's in the headset,
Oh,
and you're
I
like
can't
that
think of it.
overlord.
Yeah, it might be Overlord.
I don't think it's that, but it was so
I
fucking
can't think of it.
fun.
I can never think of it.
When they started making it where it was like multiplayer, but one person was in the headset and one person was on the computer.
That was
Like, keep talking.
Keep talking, and or everyone
talk-
explodes. I still
yeah.
I have the
the manual, the
manual
printout, like
still.
60-page manual.
It's a fucking
just-
bitch to go through. That's a game I've never beaten. I've never like it gets so
I
hard.
don't think you would have to be in VR to play that
and
necessarily.
you need smart friends.
Man, would that be fun with a group
You
of
need
people?
friends with some brain cells because like it can get
But
frustrating.
Having said that, like it is very easy to get tripped up on it. Like it's surprisingly
stressful.
tricky. Yeah,
It's very
it's stressful. That's what it is.
Very stressful. People start to yell. I'm in front of
You
them.
need
so
like
they're
a walkie-talkie situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like then like that way you can cut out all like the freaking out.
Yeah.
And you can just communicate.
You have to be
You have to like be cool
right.
and like you're defusing a bomb. That's one thing that's fun. It's VR. You're clearly not defusing a bomb, but when you're like in it and the timer's in your ears and you're looking at the wires and the buttons and the lights, you're like, holy shit, I have to get this done. Like that's like VR is surprisingly immersive. No matter how goofy it looks, you can trick your brain into like when it explodes, when that timer hits 0, you fucking scream sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it'll surprise
The
you.
plank game, that's a classic.
Yeah, the VR plank experience.
I just saw streamers do that on Twitch like a couple months ago, and I was like, "You've never seen this before?"
Yeah.
Like I had that game 8 years ago.
Yeah, almost
like-
10 years ago.
Like that game is super like it's a staple of VR. It's one of the if people don't believe VR is immersive, that's the one I always give them.
That's the one where you watch people like fall down and get dizzy and you're watching them do it and you're like, no, there's
Yeah.
no way, that's goofy. And then you play it and you're doing the exact same thing. And then within that game they had the little like Iron Man rocket
Oh yeah,
things so you could fly around the
yeah,
city.
Yeah,
Dude, your legs will leave you.
it's so
like
crazy.
you'll be up in the air and your legs will just be like jello underneath
Yeah.
you, and then you'll come to a building like you're gonna land and you'll feel your body like prepare for it and you're like, wait, why did I just do that? I didn't need to do that.
When I was playing that with that robot job simulator game.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I played that game, because that's a super goofy looking game.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the most immersive. I was playing as a chef or something, and I had like my controllers in my hands, right? They were in my hands in the game.
Right.
And I was, stopping to go do something else, and I hit pause on the game, or I didn't hit pause. I think someone was calling me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be right there. And I put my controllers on the kitchen counter, and I dropped them, and I dropped them on my feet.
Yeah.
And I was like, ow, what the fuck? And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I took my headset off, and I was like staring at a wall, and I was like, oh my god,
It is actually
that's
like
hilarious.
that. There were
I actually took a second.
times
I was like, it actually got me.
in those unrealistic looking games where you'd come out of the headset and like your brain would be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Like, and it's like kind of a freaky thought where you're like, "Oh yeah, that's not my reality.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like out here." And I don't know. In 20 minutes you got basically hypnotized.
Well, what's the verdict? End of the show verdicts. Do you like VR? No.
I love VR and I think it can progress but I don't think we need to go too much farther.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
need
like-
to know
like-
when to stop.
I feel like when people are limited, that's when you get like the best. Like people completely stretch things.
Yeah, I feel like you can't. I guess
Give
like
it all.
I guess like I'd say like stop before you go too far, but people always go too far. So I'd
Yeah.
say like
Well,
everyone else, just like use your best
it's
judgment.
back
I
to
guess.
Vegas.
Just don't
Go out on top. Like,
have some like discipline.
I love VR. I'm getting rid of mine just because I don't have the room for it anymore, which sucks. Like you said, I don't really have the space to like fully enjoy it. It's hard when you're hitting stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm out. I'm not having fun anymore. But yeah, I really think they could boil it down even simpler. They start cutting cords out and stuff and make it more enjoyable to just like pick up, put on and do.
Yeah.
It's not like this full, like I remember you and I having to like set up the tripod cameras and outline the thing. And it was like this 2-hour deal just to get set
Mhm.
up. And then you're like, all right, what are we going to play? And then, yeah, it's a whole deal, but I enjoy it. I think, yeah, we're not going to, but I think we just need to slow down on it.
Just have some discipline. Have some self-discipline, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go to facebook.com/Mellow Brick Road if you want to buy a VR set, I guess, because Trace is selling his.
Yeah, come to
so
my Facebook
you
page.
can go there if you want that.
and find it, and I will. Yeah, it's all yours. I mean, you gotta pay me for it. I'm not just gonna give it.
He'll give it to you for free, but you got to do something for him.
No,
That's all it is.
that sounds weird.
That's how it usually works.
But
for
yeah,
you.
seriously, go to the Facebook page. Check out we always post pictures of the upcoming episode. So this one you're already experiencing the episode, but if you come follow, you'll get to kind of a little lens into what we're going to talk about the next day. And then you can follow us on Instagram, Mellow Brick Road Podcast. You can follow us on Patreon
Squad up.
at Mellow Brick Road
Mellow Brick
Podcast.
Roadies unite.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. And I will say we've been doing some behind the scenes work. So I'm going to leave it at.
Yeah.
We've been doing some things behind the scenes of things in the
Join
future.
the Patreon. Join the Discord.
Yeah.
We have a Discord now. You join the Patreon.
You figured out Discord.
You become
because I have
you
not.
join the Discord if you join the Patreon. That's where we can talk about all of our like the stuff. We talk about the newest episode. As soon as the new episode drops of Mellow Brick Road, we can talk about that together.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of there's a what you're reading, like a monthly what you're reading,
Little book
little
club
community thing
action.
going on there. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
Follow the newsletter or sign up for the newsletter. How do
Sign
you
up. Oh, the MBR newsletter. Do that. If you sign up for Patreon, you actually become you join.
get, okay.
You do join the newsletter when you join Patreon, and that's gonna have all the news. It's gonna have all the
Yeah.
articles of stuff we talk about, or you
Yeah.
know, if we have articles that we need to talk about or that we did talk about. It's gonna have any updates on like TW projects
Yeah.
on your side of things. It's gonna have updates on me if I have any updates to talk about, like I don't know, art stuff like this kind of nonsense over here, or if there's a section on there for community artwork. If you have something you're working on, send it in. I'll put it on the newsletter.
Yeah, we'd love to.
And what else is on there, man? All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you got to come check it out.
Patreon news, all kinds of good. Oh, we're getting a Twitch set up.
Yeah.
I see. I think I'm spoiling everything you wanted to keep a secret,
No.
but I'm doing that, getting a Twitch set up. So I don't know what we're gonna do on there yet, but we're gonna figure it out. I mean,
Maybe VR. I don't know.
ooh, we'll have to get it. Yeah, we'll figure out how to do
We'll
that.
figure it
We'll make it
out.
look cool. Don't worry. Once we get all this stuff sorted out, we'll make it look real cool for you guys. Let's see. Anything else? Don't forget to always subscribe.
Shout out to Hoopla.
Give us a like. If you're on Spotify, check out those polls.
Mm-hmm.
Check out those questions. Send us your answers. We want to know. We'll put up the most popular ones on the Spotify, because Spotify does that. They have a big question and answer stuff. So if you're on Spotify, do that. If you're not on Spotify, if you're watching somewhere else, hi, how are you? Like and subscribe, hit the bell. But if you're not on
I
Spotify,
kind of forgot there's cameras on.
go to Spotify. If you want to answer these questions, if you're burning with answers, go to Spotify. Let us know there, because they have it's all set up there. I don't know how to do that on YouTube or anything else yet. Spotify has the polls.
I would say on average, within an episode, we say 3 things that we need somebody else's opinion on.
Yeah.
Like, where we have no idea
For
what
sure.
we're saying. And
For
we're like,
sure. We avoid the
somebody-
female topics, though. We try to avoid the female topics.
yeah, we need a little female perspective. So
we do. We need one
if
right
you-
here.
If you're a female with perspective, please share.
God, help us.
Yeah.
We try, but, we can only do so much.
Shit. Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else we're forgetting? Anyone else?
I think we said it
Put
all.
this path to bed.
Yeah, let's put the little chain up.
Oh no, I don't want to keep. I want to keep it
Keep
open.
the path open.
I want to keep the path open for people if they want to. Anytime they want to listen, they can come in.
Oh yeah. We're not a dawn to dusk.
Can you
kind of
imagine
podcast.
if I posted the episode on Wednesday and then
You could
at,
put a
like,
time.
midnight Thursday, I lock it.
Yeah,
You can't listen to this anymore.
you can't watch it.
Not until 8
Yeah.
a.m. the next day.
We're a 24-hour park
Yeah.
walking path access.
Bring your bike. You can go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what they say. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on path number 65 today. That's right, 65. I don't think I have that wrong.
65.
I think that's right.
We can retire. We're not gonna retire though.
I ain't retiring yet.
We ain't done.
I'm going to do this to the day I die.
We ain't done here, boy.
Anyway, everybody, Trace, thanks for joining us today. You join us every day. I don't know why I said that.
Thanks for joining us and me
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
the
it.
fans.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone, don't forget to always ease on down that road.
Peace and blessings.
Mellow manifestation.